set him up with not great field position.
Not at all when you tack on the penalty. With that field position after the return wasn't terrific, it's not great starting field position as well.
Now a 1st and 10 at the 11. The give is to Jones. Oh, he's got a little daylight. And he's taken down, but not before he gets this across the 25-yard line. 15 yards is the pickup there, and the drive starting very nicely. 1st down. On 1st and 10, McDonald. That's complete. It's Chris Godwin. And he takes us beyond the 35 before going out of bounds. That's good for a Buccaneer first, a pickup of 12 yards. Back-to-back good plays have them on the move on 1st down. Room here to run. And they've got it well across midfield down to the 40 before it's all said and done. That good for 22 and a 1st down.
That's another.
So back-to-back big runs, picking apart this defense on the opening drive.
I thought this was a passing league. I thought this was the era we were in where the ball was always in the air, right?
They didn't get the memo.
They didn't get the memo, and I know this to be true. Offensive linemen still, to this day, they want to run the football. They want to fire out and hit people across the line of scrimmage, and they're clearing space. Brandon, we saw these defenders flying to the football in their win last week, and nothing has changed. They're still moving around quickly and forcing incompletions.
Four yards the gain, and it'll bring up a 3rd down.
Typically on the read option play, when we talk about responsibilities, we're talking about what the quarterback has to go through. How about the inside linebacker, though? His job on this play, shadow the quarterback and hold him to a short gain. Did it to perfection.
They'll find Miller. That's complete. And they just keep marching right along. 1st down on a pickup of 8 there.
10 at the 28-yard line.
On 1st down, McDonald looking for Evans, and it's intercepted. Picked off by the Honey Badger, Tyrann Mathieu. And it's a good return here as he'll get all the way up close to the 35. Well, that is a quick lesson on how difficult this defense is to throw against. An interception on their initial drive of the ball game.
Now we know why their offensive staff spent the entire week awake trying to prepare for this one, because you can't totally shy away from throwing the football. But at the same time, you're looking at them and going, where are the weaknesses? How are we going to move it?
One of the top defenses in the NFL for a reason. We just saw one example right there. So it goes as a completed pass, but they lose a full 5 yards.
15 at the 28-yard line.
They get 11 back on that one. It leads to 3rd down.
And that's something you have to get ready for defensively, because in today's NFL, teams will use their wide receivers on jet sweeps, end arounds. They'll move them back in the backfield and make them running backs. Partner, this was much more of a tap pass, but effective nonetheless.
And I think both guys love it. If you're a quarterback, it's an easy completion. If you're a wide receiver, you get the easy reception and also a chance to try to make a play with your feet.
One thing that you're going to see from this offense is that they love the matchup with their wide receivers against this secondary. That one wasn't successful, but don't expect them to back away from attacking all game long.
So still a scoreless game in the first, but they're going to go for this thing on their own side of the field on 4th down. They do go for it. It's Mahomes. He's got his man. That's Hardman. And he gets this down deep into Tampa Bay territory. 4th down conversion plays, you usually think 1, 2, 3 yards, maybe 10. Not there. What a huge pickup as the Sticks make a drastic shift forward. So a big play as it gets them all the way down to the 20 now for 1st and 10. Operating from the red zone now, Mahomes. But when this ball's tipped and intercepted, Carlton Davis picks it. Charles, not only is that an interception, it's one when you were really knocking on the door for a touchdown inside the red zone.
You're actually thinking points. No matter what, at worst, you're thinking kicking a field goal and getting 3. We might look back on this in the second half and say, you remember when they didn't get points on that drive? This could cost them.
50 seconds. Mike, 50 seconds. Rush in, rush in, rush in. He's crashing. He's checking crash.
They go back to the air here after the INT on the last drive. Under pressure, and down he goes in the end zone, and that's a safety. Well, we thought these two defenses, they might come to play. One has already come to play here, a safety for the opening points of the game.
Brandon, let's file this play away because if it turns out to be a tight game, who knows? This could wind up being the difference.
The Chiefs offense about set to begin this drive. And, Charles, if the season ended today, and it's not going to, we still have December left.
More football.
We're only in November. But they would be a wild card team. And that's great. They'd be in the playoffs, but you know they're trying to bump up to be one of those division leaders.
That guarantees you at least one home game in the playoffs, and that's what you're really seeking. But there also isn't much margin for error for this team, right? Because right where they're sitting, a 2-game losing streak could have them out of the playoffs, so they've got to make sure they continue to keep the momentum going.
Absolutely. There's some sharks smelling blood in the water behind them. He'll hit Watkins on the crossing route. And he gets this one inside the 15, just a yard or two shy of the 10.
24
that one goes for 24 yards.
First down, Kansas City.
Now a 1st and 10 at the 11.
Let's go, dude. Switch up.
Mahomes now to throw. Under a heavy rush, and down he goes. Devin White leading the surge there as he drops him for a loss of 6.
2nd down.
After the sack on 1st down, Mahomes to the end zone, but knocked away and incomplete. He was trying to get it into Watkins, and it's 3rd down. An incomplete pass on that last play, and that means they'll need to come up with something here on 3rd down. And it'll be intercepted. Carlton Davis picks it. And a great return as they're finally able to take him down.
But to me, it's pretty simple, and it's fairly obvious, isn't it? He's got to start making better decisions with the ball.
That's now 2 interceptions in the first quarter. After interception number 1, there was a long talk on the sideline, and now he's made another mistake.
Yeah, he's just been kind of laying these passes out there. He's kind of been floating them a little bit. He's got to be more decisive in his reads and definitely more decisive in throwing the ball. Rifle it in there every now and then.
The Bucs offense set to begin their next possession. They've shown very little offensively to this point. Well, neither team has really. They come up here now 1st down. From the gun, it's McDonald. Looking downfield for Godwin. And nearly picked off there. Almost intercepted. Instead, 2nd down.
Chris Godwin.
There is something to a game plan with trying to keep a defense honest. With a guy with that type of speed, you do so. Send him deep. Try and throw some air under it and hope you connect downfield. On that play, they run successful.
So now 2nd and 10 after the incompletion on 1st down. To throw again. McDonald. He completes this into the hands of Miller. And he'll be taken down, but not before he gets this football out shy of the 30 to the 29.
10 at the 29-yard line.
Strip the ball. Strip that ball.
Only a yard on the keeper, and it'll be second down. We are in for a good one as we're through one on EA Sports. Looking to throw on second down. McDonald. And he's taken down. A Chiefs sack. Frank Clark. He's the one to get him, and that is sack number 7 for him on the year. Great job defensively. I think he was trying to go through his progressions, find someone to get rid of the football. Before he knew it, he was on his back.
So that just brings us right back to what you said in the beginning. A great job defensively. Nowhere to go with the football. That led to the sack.
So it's 3rd and long, and defensively, not a real surprise. They're in the dime. Out of the gun, McDonald. Open man is Howard, the tight end.
Another miss.
Still on his feet. And they nearly get this all the way to midfield. Mark him down at the 49. A real letdown defensively. That was 3rd and a bundle, but they allow the conversion. The big play has them all the way out near midfield for a 1st and 10. A give to Jones. Tackle made there by Frank Clark. Here's 2nd and 9, just a yard on that last run.
1-yard gain brings up 2nd and 9 at the Chiefs' 49-yard line.
And he'll lose yardage on the play back at the 45-yard line. That's going to go down as a loss of 5, and it brings up 3rd down.
Some of these play calls, I think they're a little conservative, but you know me, because it's easy to sit up in this booth, right, and make all the calls and think I'm going to be correct. But I would like to see them open things up, because otherwise this defense is just going to gang up on the run and shut them down.
Airing this one out for Evans. And it falls incomplete after almost being intercepted. A pick there would have been great. The good news for the defense now, it's 4th down. So on now is the Clemson man, Bradley Pinion, to punt this one away. Tyreek Hill back deep for Kansas City. They only punted twice in the win last week as he gets this one away. A 40-yard punt, 1 yard on the return. And the Chiefs are going to take over with a long field ahead and a 1st and 10. The Chiefs offense about set to begin this drive. And it's been a miserable start for them offensively. Obviously, 2 drives, 2 interceptions.
And this is where you have to know your quarterback and know how you actually have to reach him. Do you do it with a little bit of humor? Maybe you break the ice a little bit like, hey, didn't we practice in that color jersey all week? Not the one that you're throwing it to? Or maybe you have to be stern with him. But whatever it's going to take to get the message, it has to be done. He's putting the game in jeopardy.
The 20-yard line.
They fake the give. Now Mahomes. Blitz coming, and down he goes. Shaquille Barrett. He's the one to get him, and that is sack number 7 for him on the year.
Well, that play was the very definition of fast, quick, and in a hurry. Suddenly, he was there.
In a blink of an eye, that happened fast, and a big sack. Throwing is Mahomes on 3rd. Completes it to Hardman. And he'll be corralled well upfield right around the 40-yard line. A good pickup there, 26 yards.
1st down, Chiefs.
From the gun, it's Mahomes. Looking right side, and that's complete to Watkins. And all the way in for a Kansas City touchdown. Watkins, his 17th touchdown now on the season. And the Chiefs are able to extend their lead. And correct me if I'm wrong, that was just a simple fly route, wasn't it?
No, there's nothing to correct at all. You got it down pat. And I just remember as a player, When I'd be in practice sessions and I'd hear 9 from the receivers, that meant fly route, go, look out. That was the 9, and he just kept going all the way into the end zone for the touchdown.
Take over 1st and 10 at their own 25-yard line.
The Tampa offense ready to get their drive started. They'll be in search of their initial points in the contest, trailing 9-0 as they begin with a 1st down. They'll start out on the ground with Jones. And he will lose yardage and be backed up to the 24. Officially, it's a 1-yard loss. That's going to bring up 2nd and 11.
Yeah, another negative play in an early down situation. This one to start the drive. You're putting a lot of pressure on your quarterback to bail you out when you're in 2nd and long yardage.
To throw on 2nd down, McDonald. Finds his tight end, Howard. That's complete. They'll be brought down on the 30-yard line after a gain of 6. 6 yards is the pickup, and that'll lead to a 3rd down. Operating from the gun, McDonald. 2nd quarter action, 1:56 remaining. We remind you that coming up at halftime, we'll send you cross-state to Orlando, where Jonathan Coachman will have all the stats and all the scores from games going on during another busy. And the Chiefs are going to get him. Frank Clark. And the Chiefs will have the football back in excellent field position. So shall we say a bold decision to go for it, and that bold decision does not pay off.
And when you talk about bold, you're saying all caps?
All caps.
Yeah, without a doubt.
Rush coming, and he's taken down. Devin White able to get in there for his 2nd sack of the afternoon.
Well, so much for setting the tone of the drive offensively. Giving up a big sack that loses that kind of yardage, not a great start.
Sacks, a growing theme in this 1st half. This is 2nd and long. Under pressure again, and down he goes again. Devin White able to record his 5th sack of the season.
So when you have good field position to start a drive and you give up back-to-back sacks, that can be demoralizing for a team.
After the sack, things get a little tougher here. 3rd and long for Mahomes and the Chiefs. Now the Bucs going to use the first of their timeouts as they'll talk it over here before what will be an important 3rd down. Working from the gun, Mahomes going deep here for Watkins. And that's going to wind up incomplete. However, we do have a flag down. Let's check in with our referee. Now a chance to make that big play really hurt. It's 1st and goal just outside the 5. Shotgun snap to Mahomes. Looking end zone, but it's incomplete. Trying to go back to Watkins, but it'll be 2nd and goal.
That was a touchdown if he could have hung on. Instead, it was a well-timed collision to jar that one free.
They'll try again here from the 7 on 2nd and goal. And a minuscule gain of maybe a yard from the 6 to the 5. The Bucs going to go ahead and use the 2nd of their timeouts, as the stoppage will come with a little under a minute to go in this 1st half. A big play forthcoming. Here's 3rd and goal. And he's going to bull his way into the end zone for a Chiefs touchdown. Quez Watkins with his 2nd touchdown here in this 1st half. And the Chiefs are able to grow their lead. So the touchdown there, and that play, the tap pass, so simple, Charles, on the face of it, but what makes it so difficult for defenses to stop?
I think it's the precision and the quickness in which the play occurs, because the snap gets to the quarterback. He's essentially playing volleyball with it, just immediately just shoveling it forward. And when that receiver's at a full head of steam, if you don't take the edge away, he's got a chance to get to the corner and get upfield. But if you take the edge away, that's your chance to disrupt that play.
And no disruption there, that's for sure, as it winds up 6 points. The Bucs offense set to begin their next possession. Well, look at the clock here. You're inside of a minute. First half hasn't gone that well for you. How are you going to play this drive?
Well, I've been told by my coaches previous.
Defenders giving chase, but I don't think they're going to get there. And this will set them up nicely deep down in KC territory. A big play there just before halftime. Give him 69 yards on the ground. First time into the red zone for the Buccaneers. They've got a 1st and goal to go at the 7. Stepping up, he'll try and run. And the hole closes quickly here. He can fight only to about the 4. Give him 3 on the keeper there, and it is 2nd down.
3 brings up 2nd and goal.
They'll come out in the pistol. One back in the game. That's Jones, 2nd and goal. From the gun, McDonald. And that's going to be knocked away in the end zone. It's incomplete. It was Tyrann Mathieu, the Honey Badger, there to knock it away. Big play coming here. It's 3rd and goal.
Watch the pass. Watch the pass. 57 to Mike. 19 Tiger. Check. 70 Ranger. 57 Mike. Mike 57. Ain't no.
Operating from the gun, McDonald. And Evans hauls it in. Touchdown, Bucs. Mike Evans in the final seconds of the first half. And the Bucs are able to cut into that deficit. The way this one was going, you just got the sense they needed something before half. They've at least got something on the board now. Still trailing, but a good sign.
That takes me back to our preseason tour of NFL camps. You remember we talked with that one coach who said his emphasis this year was scoring in the last 2 minutes of a half, heading into the locker room. This hits it right there. Take that momentum, take that good feeling, and take it to the locker room, regroup, and start over. They got it here.
They did indeed. A lot of football, full half to be played. And a fair catch signaled for and taken successfully.
The Chiefs take over 1st and 10 at their own 25-yard line.
The Chiefs offense about set to begin this drive. Time for a final kneel down or a safe run, and then they can head to the locker room with a lead.
Yeah, or they can even run a screen.
And he's into the clear. The 20, 10,
I'ma show you,
5,
man.
and he's in for the touchdown on the final play of the first half. The prayer is answered.
How did they get that done? Well, that is certainly a deflator right there defensively. Their guys just came off of a touchdown drive. They're back in the game, and then bam, they give up a touchdown 1 play later. How about that?
And the momentum, which seemingly had shifted the other direction, thought we might be seeing a comeback. That momentum right back the other way.
Well, that is certainly not complimentary football that we saw right there. The defense is supposed to help their offense, not give up another touchdown.
All right, Coach, thank you, and we welcome everyone back for quarter number 3. We're ready for the start of the 3rd quarter. The Chiefs have the lead and set to receive the football. A very interesting call and one that backfires. I know they're losing, Charles, but boy, to start the second half with the onside kick, risky.
Felt like a sense of urgency from their side, coupled with, you and I both know the special teams coordinators. They sell their key plays each and every week to the head coach, don't they? And I'm guaranteeing he's been selling this one. We can get it, Coach, we can get it. And that came together with that sense of urgency you talked about.
Sammy Watkins, the intended receiver, and it's second down.
Looks like they went for the combo play there. A nice ample gain on the ground on the previous play. Going for the big shot on that one unsuccessfully.
Ball on the 42 as they come up 2nd and 10. Now here's Mahomes. Over the middle, he's got Watkins. And he's taken down inside the 30. Give him 14 on that one and a first down.
And a first down, Chiefs.
Mahomes now on first down. That's going to be knocked away and incomplete. Good coverage that time by Sean Bunning.
Incomplete.
Similar to a shooter in basketball, just connected on the previous shot. They run another set for him on the next play. Now, we had a guy who made the catch. They try to get the big one downfield.
And he takes this into the end zone for a Chiefs touchdown.
Number 10.
Tyreek Hill with touchdown number 8 on the year. And the Chiefs add on to their lead.
Brandon, is there any way you and I can join this quarterback in the zone he's in? He's absolutely feeling it. Touchdown after touchdown, throwing the ball.
Now after the touchdown, here's Butker on to kick it away. And they will not get a chance to return this one as it's through the end zone for a touchback. The Tampa offense ready to get their drive started. They trail offense, first time to touch the ball in quarter 3, and we'll see what they can do.
And I can't wait to see what they have planned, because some teams script to start a half. Other teams just go, okay, these are the sequence of plays we want to run. These things worked well for us. And sometimes they throw in that big chunk play right away.
Shocker.
Try and get after them early and try and create a big play to give themselves some momentum.
See what they have up their sleeve. So here's a 1st and 10 at the 38. And he's across the 40, 3 extra yards to the 43. It'll be a pickup of 5 on the keeper. It's 2nd down.
A gain of 5 brings up 2nd and 5.
Looking to throw on 2nd down. McDonald. And that is incomplete. A lot of force bearing down on him there. He could not hang on. It's 3rd down.
Well, coming into this one, we expected that this offense would have trouble with this defense, and that's exactly the way that this game has gone. Pressure in his face. Coverage downfield has been tight. That led to another incompletion. This defense, they're exactly who we thought they were coming into this one.
And taking it across midfield and inside the 45. They get the first. The decision to run on 3rd and medium winds up being a good one.
3-yard line.
And now a first chance for the backup here to throw. And they will take over possession of the football at their 42-yard line. That's not one that he's going to want to remember, but he had to get it out of the way at some point, his first career interception.
And if he's the guy that they think he is, he's not laughing it off, but he's also not going to let it affect him as the game proceeds. He's going to go back out there, still be the same confident.
Under a heavy rush, and down he goes. Devin White in there to get him, and that is sack number 6 now for him on the year. Got to assume this defense will be charging again here. It's 2nd and 15. Finding some room at midfield. Wide open is Watkins. He's got him. And he will take it on in for a Chiefs touchdown. Quez Watkins with touchdown number 20 on the year as his guys continue to put this one out of reach. And let's count them up now. 1, 2, 3, 4 touchdown receptions for him in this game.
And just one shy of the NFL record. What a great performance. Going up and catching the football, creating space, and finding the end zone. That's what it's all about.
The lane opens here. He's past the 30.
The Bucs take over 1st and 10 at their own 32-yard line.
The Bucs offense set to begin their next possession. And there are parts of their last drive they'd like to emulate. Of course, they'd like to forget the ending, the interception. But they did put together, Charles, a nice sustained drive to get him down the field.
Yeah, and unfortunately for them, the only thing that matters is part 2, right? Because once they threw the interception and finished off the drive, that does them no good to go back and say, well, you know, we had a good one going. Finish things off. That's the only way you can get it done.
He sets up the screen to Jones. And he'll lose yardage here, going down back at the 28. So now a fresh set of downs, 1st and 10 after roughing the passer. Throwing is McDonald. Airing this one out for Evans. And that is incomplete. He couldn't hold on through the contact. Brings up 2nd down.
Incomplete.
And those two just have been in sync thus far. They've done a nice job against him, but still, with his talent, you would expect them to have more completions.
And he's taken down. A Chiefs sack.
So one quick, easy analysis about why they've struggled so far. They keep putting themselves in 3rd and long situations. They just took another sack right there.
Now the offensive film session tomorrow may be a little longer than it normally is.
Not a lot of positive grades will be handed out thus far.
Airing this one out for Evans. And that will be incomplete. Well, they weren't scared to let it fly, but it falls to the ground and brings up 4th down. We saw this a lot in the first half, and it continues. These receivers just not able to get much separation.
So that means they have to win the 50-50 balls. They've got to go up with the defender and find a way to start coming down with them.
And this time, contact and another incomplete pass. And he's not able to get away. He is stopped well short of a 1st down. Apparently they weren't interested in playing the field position game. They opt to keep their offense out there. A big mistake in hindsight.
Yeah, that one backfired, and hindsight's always 20/20, but let's call it what it was. We would have first guessed that one and said, don't do it here. Bad situation. I think they need to be closer to midfield before I would start to think it was a good idea.
Yeah.
And once you start taking risks like that, you're going to have to keep taking them throughout the game, especially when they don't work.
Yeah, at this stage of the second half, interesting.
I like the thought process there. They connected on a big play, and sometimes you find the defense vulnerable. So they went for the bigger shot, went for it all on that one. This time, they were ready for it.
Back to the air on 2nd down. It's Mahomes. Well, Mahomes can't get away, and down he goes. Devin White, he's the one to get him, and that is sack number 7 for him on the year. After the sack, things get a little tougher here. 3rd and long for Mahomes and the Chiefs. Throwing now is Mahomes. Incomplete. He had his hands on it, but couldn't pick it. But it's now 4th down.
Incomplete.
Two things you can do in that situation: run and punt the football, or try and take your shot at getting the 1st down. They chose the latter, but they'll have to punt all the same.
This offense converted once on 4th down earlier. Now they're out there again to try once more. They'll try and throw for it here. He's going to look deep for Watkins. And Mahomes misfires again, and it's intercepted. Picked up by Jordan Whitehead. And they're going to set up shop at the 27-yard line. The Tampa offense ready to get their drive started. They have been struggling. I would imagine at halftime they went through some possible changes. Well, those changes aren't working, so now where do you go?
I think that now it's much more in their head. And what I mean by that is just what you said. You've gone over the changes. I bet they were pretty clinical at the half, not too emotional. They might need to go to the emotional side because you've got to find something, some spark somewhere. And so far, just being calm hasn't exactly worked.
They need any spark at this point. 9 yards to pick up there, and it's a 1st down. So here's a 1st and 10 at the 38. Play action. It's McDonald. Going for Evans, but that pass is intercepted. Picked off at the 45. And it's a huge return as he brings us all the way back down to the 15-yard line.
He'll take over.
The rookie was trying to push it downfield, but the safety bit him.
And he'll learn that you have to hold the safety. And you do that with your head movement, your eyes, sometimes your shoulders. Hold the safety so that you can get back to the throw that you really want to make. He got so excited thinking his guy was open.
And he takes this into the end zone for a Chiefs touchdown. Quez Watkins, his 21st touchdown of the season. And the Chiefs use the short field to their advantage as they cash in for 6. And he's been a busy man, 5 for 5 now as he knocks another one through to extend the lead. Now after the touchdown, here's Butker on to kick it away. And that'll carry over the back line of the end zone for a touchback.
25-yard line.
The Bucs offense set to begin their next possession. And here we are almost through 3 quarters of play, and this passing game still has not really found any kind of rhythm.
Put him up.
And he's going to be intercepted a 3rd time. It's the Honey Badger, Tyrann Mathieu. And he'll get it all the way down inside the 35-yard line. Boy, so another interception, CD, and it feels like he's starting to unravel a little bit.
And as you would expect, still a work in progress here in his 2nd season. He has to start ironing out some of these mistakes, though, because now his head coach, his offensive coaches, they have to evaluate whether you keep playing him and let him work through it, or you start thinking about going to his backup.
So after the INT, here's Mahomes. This is caught. Watkins. And all the way in for a Kansas City touchdown.
Touchdown.
Quez Watkins. Touchdown number 22 on the season. And thanks to the interception, the Chiefs offense cashes in with 6.
Good.
Extra point right down the middle. And the lead will swell by 1 more. Now after the touchdown, here's Butker on to kick it away. This is taken just shy of the 10. Now a crease here as he's past the 30.
The Bucs take over 1st and 10 at their own 31-yard line.
The Tampa offense ready to get their drive started. They are right now just ice cold. I mean, they have struggled big time in this game, and they're getting blown out. How do they adjust?
So tough because we always talk about it being a team game and you need all 11 working well together. But every now and then, partner, you need that one guy who can make a play against all odds that maybe can ignite things. And I think that's what they're looking for right now.
Yeah, you talk about going to your playmakers. They probably need to do it.
Find someone that you're used to touching the football that makes big plays and give them that opportunity to maybe wake up everyone else.
2nd and 5 after the 5-yard completion on 1st down. And he's going to get this inside the 30. Back-to-back receptions for him, and it's another 1st down.
1st and 10 at the 29-yard line.
3 quarters in the books. You are watching the NFL on EA Sports. Back now in Tampa. And this is a blowout so far as we get set for the 4th quarter. A very one-sided affair. The throw over the middle, taken in. And he'll be brought down inside the 20 at the 19. That one good for 10 yards. And that'll bring up a 2nd and just about a few inches here.
It's 2nd and inches at the 19-yard
from the gun. McDonald. And he can't find anywhere to go with it. And he goes down. Alex Okafor in there to get him. And that is sack number 6 now for him on the year.
Now 3rd down.
On 3rd down, McDonald. And he will not be able to hang on through the contact. It's incomplete. The coverage strong, and now it's 4th down.
He did a fine job there of not hitting him before the ball arrived, and I've got to tell you, you can often mistime that play because of the angles of approach. When you're going to get him, sometimes you panic as well and think, I've got to be there right now. Instead, in this case, timed it perfectly and knocked it free.
And finally, down he goes as they work it inside the 10 to the 7. Wow, 1st and goal, and defensively, all they can do is shake their heads. And he will score. Touchdown, Tampa Bay. Mike Evans. His 10th touchdown of the season, 2nd of the game. And the Bucs are able to at least knock this deficit down a bit.
The kick is good.
Extra point put through by Succop as they make the score just a slight bit more respectable here in the final quarter of play. And they've got it. They recovered it. They hang on now, though. There's a penalty flag down. So they touched it before it went 10, and that's obviously not going to help their comeback bid here in the 4th.
No, not at all, and they're trying to get something going after one there, but you've got to give yourself a chance. Let it go 10 before you touch it.
Mahomes now on 1st down. Going deep here for... This is caught inside the 15. And all the way in for a Kansas City touchdown. Quez Watkins with touchdown number 23 here on the year. And the Chiefs just continue to pour it on. Now, this one was over a while ago as they just add on to their big lead.
Score, Chiefs 59.
Now after the touchdown, 14. Here's Butker on to kick it away. A short kick taken at the 18. Oh, a good-looking return set up here.
Even after that big-time return, it's not looking great for them today. But if nothing else, even if the miracle doesn't happen, they can turn to this play and say, hey, we can move forward. Maybe it's a building block for the rest of the season.
And he stopped immediately there.
Carried by the wide receiver.
Call it no gain on the play, and it'll be second down.
Right at the line of scrimmage. No gain on the play. 2nd and 10 at the 40-yard line.
To throw on second down. McDonald, they'll try and set up the screen. It's complete. And he'll be brought down right at the 45-yard line. They get 6. That'll leave them with 3rd and 4. One thing I think that's safe to say defensively, the tackling's been really good.
And because of that, it's been very, very hard for them to move the ball because you're not getting the benefits of run after catch. They're tackling them almost on the spot. That means you have to run extra plays, harder to move it.
He'll let one go deep for Howard. And his pass is intercepted for the 4th time today. Picked off at the 13. And a big turnover there as his guys will get the football back. Yet another mistake after the interception there. And, gosh, you look up at the scoreboard. They just got to be thinking this one cannot get over fast enough.
It certainly can't. And also what happens when you get this big of a deficit, you're supposed to make all the right throws, right? You're supposed to try and obviously get the ball to your own guys. But being down this big, you also take even more chances. And in this situation, that hasn't paid off for them at all.
On the other sideline, jubilation and laughter.
43 yards.
So the big play gets him across midfield now for 1st and 10. Here's Mahomes to throw. Looking sideline, incomplete. Trying to go back to Watkins, and now it's 2nd down.
So many times when we talk about coverage, we're just about a defender running with a receiver, but a big part of it is understanding where the football is, finding it. In this case, when it arrived, it wasn't a surprise, and he was able to bat it away.
Looking again for Watkins, and this time that's complete. And he takes this into the end zone for a Chiefs touchdown.
Touchdown.
Quez Watkins with another touchdown, number 24 on the year. And thanks to the interception, the Chiefs offense cashes in with 6.
Makes the score.
Extra point splits the uprights, and that will extend this big lead. Now after the touchdown, here's Butker on to kick it away. Now this will make it into the end zone. And he'll be brought down shy of the 20, so the decision to bring it out of the end zone, not a good one.
Their own 18-yard line.
The Bucs offense set to begin their next possession. And just looking ahead, it would appear that that bye week is coming at the right time. They'll have 2 weeks to chew on this one, though probably not one that they want to chew on. A poor performance from start to finish.
He was taken down.
It's a pickup of 4, and it'll bring up 2nd down.
4. It's now 2nd and 6.
Operating from the gun, Huntley, and that'll be incomplete. Took a pretty good shot as he tried to pull that one in. Couldn't hang on, 3rd down. The Bucs on 3rd down, not quite 50%, 4 for 9. This will be 3rd and 6. The catch made by Miller. And he'll be out of bounds across the 30-yard line. They get 9 yards there, and they get a 1st down.
2-yard line.
57.
And he's out of bounds, able to take this one up to the 35. Give him 3 on the keeper there, and it is 2nd down.
35-yard line. A 3-yard pickup. Brings up 2nd and 7.
Looking to throw on 2nd down. Huntley looking for Godwin, and he's got him complete. And he's going to be out up around the 45-yard line. It's a 1st down on a gain of 10. So after 2 first downs, they get another here. 1st and 10 at the 45. From the gun, Huntley. Now that'll be tipped and intercepted. Picked up by Juan Thornhill. And they have the football and will set up shop at the 33-yard line. Well, partner, I got to tell you, I'm trying to think of something positive to say for this offense, but I'd have to be a spin doctor for that one. This has been a tough performance to watch.
And I think it's hard at this point to actually identify what's really gone wrong. I guess the catch-all is everything. Doesn't sound like real sharp analysis, but I don't have much else for you.
And the scoreboard just lopsided, and it's been ugly from the get-go. 2nd and 10 from the 33-yard line. Looking to throw is Mahomes. And down he goes, a Buccaneer sack. Whistles now at a timeout defensively. So a wise move as they'll use the first of their timeouts to force one more play before the 2-minute warning. After the sack, things get a little tougher here. 3rd and long for Mahomes and the Chiefs.
Mike's 5-4, Mike's 5-4, Mike's 5-4. Hey, me and you all day. All day.
To throw, it's Mahomes. And we are inside of 2 minutes left in this lopsided affair. Oh, he almost intercepted it. They're just forcing it into too many tough spots. That was almost a 4th pick of the game. And now 4th down. So the Chiefs in possession of the ball as we welcome you back. And let's see what they've come up with offensively after having time to talk it over. And this is caught. That's Watkins. 30. 10. And he will get into the end zone. It's another touchdown. This thing is ugly. So it was 4th down. They go deep to try to pick up the first. They pick up more than that. They pick up a score.
I'm not even sure the analytics guys would think that was a good gamble. 4th down there going for it, but they pressed the issue. And not only did they complete the pass downfield, how about the run after catch that ends up culminating in a touchdown? That's a huge play.
This will make it into the end zone. And he will be brought down here inside the 20. Good coverage as he's dropped at the 17.
17-yard line.
The Tampa offense ready to get their drive started. Well, I think that the folks here had hoped that maybe this home atmosphere would carry their guys to a surprise victory, but it does not appear that that's going to be the case. There's too much to handle on the other side in this one. So from the 17 now, here's a 1st and 10. Looks like he's going to get a couple here on this 1st down carry, and that'll make it 2nd and 8.
Eric Nottie.
Certainly a nice job there by the defense rallying to the football and getting him on the ground, but I think the play gets made by the defensive front because if they can't get upfield, their job is to go ahead and get low, almost get into a ball sometimes, stack things up, and make it difficult for the runner to find a hole. I think this offense, specifically this running game, they're going to have to find a way to turn the page because they haven't found a way to run it effectively thus far, and it's cost them.
To throw on 3rd down, McDonald. And my goodness, another interception. Picked up by Charvarius Ward. And you have to wonder, Charles, a game like this, 5 interceptions, what does this do to the psyche of a young quarterback?
Well, based on the fact that he's still out there and he threw a 5th interception, I'm wondering if his head coach believes that he's really strong mentally and wants him to play through it. Because otherwise, you need to get him out and fight another day because this could leave lasting damage if he keeps throwing interceptions.
Give the tackle that time to Jordan Whitehead. So this helps to start a drive. After the penalty, it'll be 1st and 5. And he finds who else? Watkins. And he'll be out of bounds. A good pickup there, 21 yards. Well, they probably don't need to run a play here, but you wonder if they're going to be able to resist on 1st and goal. Now Mahomes. And his pass is intercepted for the 4th time today. Carlton Davis picks it. And a big turnover there as his guys will get the football back.
The Bucs take over 1st and 10 at their own 4-yard line.
nice pickup as this one gets him to the 10-yard line. And now we'll get a timeout here. They're able to stop it with 1 second to go in this game. 6 yards on that last play. Here's 2nd and 4. One final shot. They'll look to throw. Now they go screen. It's complete. And he'll be brought down, it looks like, right at the 15.
Today's final score, Chiefs